Hello, wonderful viewers. It's me again, Mary Luke Yusugabo, bringing another exciting and informative lesson, so stay with me. Today, we will discuss about the elements of an ESL lesson plan, particularly the materials and assessment. Now, let me start first knowing all about ELT, or English Language Teaching. So in early 21st century, ELT found its way into preschool and even into nursery classes. English as a foreign language, or EFL, refers to programs where children learn English as a subject, whether for one or more weekly hours. While English as a second language, or ESL, refers to partial or total immersion programs, whether children live in an English-speaking country or not. Teaching younger learners raises concerns about the pedagogy and materials suited to their age. In ESL language arts, assessment is essential to track progress in reading, writing, speaking, and listening, and particularly in guided instruction and to motivate our learners. So what is materials of ELT? So in English language teaching, materials refers to any resources used to support teaching and learning. Materials serve as guide for both teachers and learners, providing structure, practice, and opportunities for communication. A good ELT materials should be age-appropriate, engaging, culturally relevant, and aligned with learning objectives. Before we proceed to the different types of materials in teaching, let's have first the concept of specialization in ELT so that we will know what specific materials that is appropriate to children's age or needs. So we have here two acronyms, the TEVYL and the TEYL. When we say TEVYL, this is Teaching English to Very Young Learners. It refers to 3 to 6 years old children, while TEYL refers to children aged 7 to 12 years. So here are the types of teaching materials. We have first reading materials. So reading materials helps learners develop reading skills, vocabulary, and comprehension. So examples of these are the storybooks, which it builds imagination and vocabulary, picture books that provide visual context for understanding, then graded readers, or what we call for these are the course book, which are stories that are adjusted to the learner's level, and then poems, which improve the rhythm and pronunciation, and the digital text or the interactive stories or ebooks. So the purpose of this is to strengthen the reading fluency and introduces learners to language through stories and context. Next, we have song and chants. So this is the use of music, rhythm, and repetition to make learning fun and memorable. So we have examples of these are the nursery rhymes, action song, and chants, and the purpose of this is to improve the listening, pronunciation, and the memory retention while keeping learners engaged. So next, we have visuals. So visuals, these are materials, rely on images and physical objects to support comprehension. So we have flashcards, posters, charts, puppets, or real objects. So the purpose of this is to make abstract concept concrete and help visual learners understand better. Next, we have games and manipulatives. So games and manipulatives are the tools that encourage learning through play and exploration. So we have examples, the puzzles, card games, board games, and the purpose of this is to develop critical thinking, collaboration, and problem-solving skills while reinforcing language. Next, we have worksheets and printables. So this is a paper-based activities that give structured practice. So we have coloring sheets, matching activities, writing practice, tracing letters, and gap fill exercises. And the purpose of this is to provide independent practice and reinforce what was learned in the class. And lastly, we have digital interactive tools. So this is technology-based materials that engage learners digitally. So we have educational apps, the online games, multimedia videos. So the purpose of this is to increase engagement and cater to 21st century learners Halongo 2007 argues that motivation and interest have a profound influence on learning, and Artau 2005 says that this considers interest as a key form of intrinsic motivation. There are two types of interest. We have the individual interest and the situational interest. So let's proceed to assessment. So according to Master 2014, he argues that there is only one purpose of assessment, and that is to find out individual learners' current standing in a learning domain. So how we can assess our learners? So we have here example cycle. So we have a guide on how we can assess our learners. So first, we must know our learning outcomes or define our learning objectives. Then, create assessment and assess the learning outcomes. And then analyze the learner's result. And then lastly, make adjustment to the next lessons based on the result analyzed. So those are the cycle that we could use in order to assess our learners. Let's know the approaches of assessment. So I have three approaches of assessment: the assessment for learning, assessment as learning, and assessment of learning. Let's define first assessment for learning, or what we call formative assessment. So assessment for learning is ongoing and continuous. It takes place during the teaching process to monitor students' progress and guide the teacher's next step. Next, we have assessment as learning, or what we call metacognitive, or the self-assessment. Focuses on students' self-awareness, and it helps them reflect on their own progress, set goals, and take responsibility for their learning. So instead of teacher only measuring progress, students become active participants in the assessment process. Lastly, we have assessment of learning, or what we call summative assessment. So assessment of learning is done after a learning period, such as at the end of a lesson, unit, term, or school year. So it measures what students have learned and how will they achieve the learning objectives. It is often formal and graded. Altogether, effective ESL language arts instruction depends on the thoughtful integration of clear objectives, suitable materials, and balanced assessment to foster meaningful learning outcomes.
Okay, it's a wrap, class.